Hi, did you know that you can sponsor our show? If you would like to advertise your products or services, please email us at axdrfox@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Hi, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, David Fox. Before we get started this week, I only have about 3 announcements. The first announcement is I would like to introduce you to the Media Society. For all of you looking to get into new media, whether you're hosting a show, want to know how to host a show, or if you want to network with others to get a show going, join the Media Society at mediasociety.inning.com. And there you can post your profile and look at other profiles, as well as surf the forums where you can exchange ideas. Meeting people there is a great way to network to get your projects off the ground. The second announcement I have is for all of you who would like to post your video questions here on the show. You can host your video wherever you like, Blip TV, YouTube, whatever, and then email the link to us so that we can put your video here on the show. And that email address is askdrfox@gmail.com. We'd love to host your video here so you can ask your own questions. And finally, the Straight News Project is building and is almost ready. That show will be kicking off this summer. And for all of you looking to host your news stories or your captured video on the news show, go to www.straightnews.info to get more information on that. Now we can start the show. Our first question is actually from Andrea in Wilmington, Delaware. She writes, "Can you recommend a cheap but good smartphone that is easy for me to use, nothing too complicated?" Okay, Andrea, as you know, each network has their own little smartphones that they host. The 4 major networks, of course, is Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, and AT&T. They all have their own little bits. However, you wanted a good smartphone that's easy to use but cheap. I have 2 for you. There's many, and probably too many to list, but I have 2 for you. The first one I would recommend would actually be the Palm Centro. The Palm Centro is a great smartphone. It does just about everything you can imagine. It plays music, it has calendar, email, camera built in, Bluetooth. You can download a host of other softwares on it, and even manage your online blogs. It does everything. I love it. The second one I would recommend would actually be, believe it or not, the BlackBerry Pearl. The BlackBerry Pearl has really come down in price, and you want a cheap smartphone but good and easy to use. I would recommend the BlackBerry Pearl as well as the Palm Centro. Either one of these would be easy to use and cheap, and I hope you like them. Of course, as I said, there are many, many more, and every carrier has their own brand here and there, so check that out, and I hope you like that. My next question is from Jason in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've always wanted to go to Las Vegas, and I think this is my first question from Vegas. He writes, "Can you recommend an all-in-one music software that can handle all of my music as well as my podcasts?" Jason, believe it or not, there's a lot of softwares that can do that. There's so many, and I'm not sure in this case if you're using a Mac or a PC. However, in either instance, one of the best softwares out there that can do everything all in one, believe it or not, is Winamp. Winamp is one of my favorite softwares. Winamp can play music, can play video, can manage your podcast, and Winamp can even stream online music stations. It can also stream online TV stations. Winamp can do just about anything, and I highly recommend it. I use it myself. Now, of course, you know, you have the media players, the real players, the iTunes, the list just goes on and on. But Winamp is overlooked a lot. It used to be real big, then it faded out and they revamped it. But try downloading Winamp at www.winamp.com. It manages everything: music, video, podcast, online streaming, and the interface is great. So, I hope you all like that. And again, if you have your own questions you would like to ask, email your questions or send the links to your video to askdrfox@gmail.com. I hope you like the show, and as a final note, for all of you who emailed me all of your cards and even sent your letters, I do thank you. The get well wishes I got last week was great. As some of you may have known, I'm here in Maryland. The wind is dry and brisk, and I had dry lips and they split, and I didn't want to do my show last week because I looked horribly disfigured. However, as a flip, I eat a lot of chocolate, and now I got a lot of marks up here, so I just can't win, but I couldn't delay the show. So thank you for all your get well wishes and cards, and as the show goes off, watch the end credits, because I posted the address where all of you can actually mail your cards and letters. If you don't want to email, you can actually mail a card or a letter to the show, and I will answer it and feature it here. Okay? So watch the end credits, and you'll get the address and some other information as well. Okay? Thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoyed the show, and I hope to hear from you again next week. See you.